TreeLogic is a company dedicated to research, development and innovation which provides its clients with solutions based on information and communications technologies. Amongst its solutions in the field of safety, TreeLogic presents CRIMA AIRPORTS. The complexity of an airport emergency, both in terms of the number of victims and of the organisms involved in resolving it, requires an automated system which optimizes the management of the crisis. From the crisis room of the airport, it is necessary to coordinate interventions in different locations. The area where the accident takes place, the field hospital set up in a safe area of the airport near the place of the accident, the specific exit points for ambulances to leave the airport, the hospitals where those evacuated will be taken. CRIMA AIRPORTS is an integrated system comprising hardware and software. It includes an application for supervising the system as a whole, a triage application to prioritise the emergency level of victims' needs, mobile devices, and a radio system which includes aerials and reflective identification wristbands of different colours. The different colours of the wristbands reflect different levels of priority for evacuation. Black, priority 0, dying or dead. Red, priority 1, requiring immediate evacuation. Yellow, priority 2, evacuation can be deferred. Green, priority 3, low priority for evacuation. In order to show how the system works, imagine an air disaster where the victims are grouped together. Imagine that we only had one patient. Initially, a first triage is carried out in the place of the accident, and the patients are given wristbands. These are activated automatically, making it possible to count the number of victims immediately. We're in the accident zone, and we can see that a patient's condition is serious. We would take a red wristband out of the case and put it on the patient. At that moment, our supervision application would show this data. Under the present circumstances, we'll have only one red wristband in the accident zone. In the remaining areas, there will be none, and there will be no hospitals in the hospitalisation area. On the Incident Log tab, we'll see that one red wristband has passed through the accident zone. On the Patient Tracing, Medical Data and Triage tabs, there is no data yet, as the wristband has not been assigned to a patient and the triage has not been carried out. Our patient, with her red wristband, is taken to the advanced medical area for her personal details to be taken and to be classified. The medical personnel will use the triage application to introduce the data and carry out the triage of the patient. At this moment, our supervision application would show the following data. The red wristband is no longer in the accident zone, but is now in the AMA. In the accident zone, the number of wristbands is 0, and in the AMA it is 1, as the red wristband has passed from the accident zone to the AMA area. As we can see, when the second triage is carried out, the hospital to which the patient will be taken is also assigned. Consequently, in the hospitalisation area, we find that one red patient has been assigned, but as he is still in the AMA, his arrival is pending. Incident Log. On this tab, we can consult the accumulated number of wristbands that have passed through each zone, although they may not be in that zone now. A red wristband passed through the accident zone. It's not there now, and also through the AMA, which is where it is now. What's more, it has been assigned to the University Hospital 12 de Octubre, but as it hasn't arrived yet, it is still pending. Medical Data. On this tab, we can see a red wristband with a hemorrhage, which has been assigned to the University Hospital 12 de Octubre. Patient Tracing. On this tab, we can trace the patient. In this case, as can be seen in the picture, she was in the accident zone at 13:45 and passed to the AMA at 14:01 with a red wristband. Triage of the patient. We can also consult the triage data for this patient. His wristband priority is currently 1. Evacuation area. Finally, the moment to transfer the patient to the assigned hospital arrives. The patient with the wristband identification 1, red, leaves the airport. There are two possibilities, through the central filter or through the southern filter. During the journey between the airport and the hospitals, it's possible to locate each ambulance, to know its exact position and the patient it is carrying. Hospitalisation area. Finally, the ambulance arrives with the patient at the accident and emergency area of the hospital. We can see the patients assigned to the hospital, assigned, those who have already arrived at the hospital, admitted, and those who haven't arrived yet, pending, for each hospital. For example, no patients have been admitted to the hospital Infanta Sofia, but there is one red patient whose arrival is pending. The moment the wristband is red in the hospital, this will change from pending to admitted. During the whole emergency situation, from the crisis room it is possible to access in real time all the data obtained by the different teams, to trace each patient and access medical data and the result of the triage. CRIMA Airports speeds up protocols for prioritization of victims, optimizes required resources, and provides medical information to those hospitals involved.